I am eating for 3.
Hopefully. Not a fan? So tonight we're headed up to our community center here in our little neighborhood. We're meeting up with one of my co-workers. Him and his wife actually did IVF 2 cycles.
Minor correction, they did 1 full cycle, transferred 2 embryos fresh, have twins, and then 2 years later transferred 2 frozen embryos and had twins.
So 1 full cycle, 2 transfers.
Correct.
So we're preparing some salad to take up, and it's the sweet kale salad from Publix. It's awesome. So it's pre-made, everything's pre-made, and then there's just these little packets, dressing, put it all together to die for.
I feel like ice cream tonight.
One of my favorite things about Brad is that he totally steps up to the plate. For example, we're meeting our friends for a picnic in 6 minutes, and with a half an hour left to get ready, I had to shower, get myself ready, figure out what I was gonna wear, and didn't leave any time to like prepare the food that we're gonna bring to this picnic. But of course I come out from getting ready and he already has it all taken care of. Totally standard for Brad. He's always clutch in every situation, always brings the thing that nobody else thought to bring, like cups.
Bug spray.
Bug spray. Keys to the post office when we're out on a walk with Rusty and haven't got the mail in a week. Koozies, you name it. He's a winner. We just got back from dinner with our friends up at the river retreat in our neighborhood, and I'm absolutely mortified. I was unpacking our cooler and came across this, which is their barbecue sauce that they brought, and I guess when I was cleaning up I just put it in our cooler. I'm totally embarrassed. I just like stole their barbecue sauce. And it was a brand new thing of barbecue sauce too.
I think you're making a bigger deal out of it than you need to. That's pretty hilarious though.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna buy them another barbecue sauce. But it was a really fun dinner. It was really pretty out there.
That was great.
So we mentioned the couple that we were meeting for dinner tonight also went through IVF, and they've done 2 transfers, which means she's been through 2 2-week waits. She was like helping me figure out things that I could do for these several days that would keep me occupied so that the time would go faster and I wouldn't be thinking about it constantly. And she was also happened to be going through her books. She asked me if any of them interested me, so I asked for several of them, and I'm excited to read them. Look at all of these. I'm gonna be busy. Why is he sitting like that?
Testing, light testing.
How dark and depressed do I look? How bright do I look? Turn it back on.
It's better.
I think it's way better than just, it's better. Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
No, okay.
Huge difference.
Tonight we are making some paleo ice cream. Hooray! All right, Rach, what do we do?
It's paleo peanut butter ice cream that you actually use almond butter for. So the only ingredients that it calls for is vanilla, cocoa powder, raw honey, cinnamon, almond butter, and coconut milk. Super simple. I had all of these ingredients in the house except for coconut milk. It specifically says the full fat coconut milk.
And then you make your own almond butter.
Yeah, almond butter is super easy to make. It saves you a lot of money. If you buy almonds in bulk, like on Amazon, which I do, then you just put them in a food processor for probably 15 or 20 minutes and just let it go. And then occasionally scrape it down the sides and it will turn into actual almond butter. Okay, so very easy. You just put all the ingredients into a blender. We're gonna use the NutriBullet.
It's actually the Ninja.
Oh, yeah.
5 blenders that Rachel has. She does make a lot of smoothies, but I feel like every week she's buying a new blender.
Oh, please. Yeah.
Just because none of them are perfect.
Yeah, I'm always disappointed with them. So we're using the Ninja.
How much?
12 ounces. Well, I think 12 ounces. It says 1 can. I use this thing all the time. Instead of measuring things out, like when you're baking and you're trying to measure out peanut butter, what you can do instead is just put whatever you're going to put it into on the scale and add the weight instead of the amount. Are you sure about 12 ounces being a can's worth?
No.
Oh, hold on. Let me Google it.
Smells really good.
Did you shake it up?
Yeah, kind of.
It says shake it up.
We're gonna blend it before we drink it.
But this might be settled in here.
Okay.
The vast majority of canned coconut milk is produced in a standard 12-ounce container.
Nailed it.
But this is 14 ounce. This is 13.66 ounce. I think you should do 13. This is obviously very exceptional. And the next thing you put in is 1/4 of a cup of raw honey. Too bad I don't know what the measurement of that is. Raw honey is different than, well, yeah, it's different than like normal honey. It's actually a solid texture, more of a solid texture. It's kind of like the texture of peanut butter.
We keep spoons in our
Cabinet. It's something my mom did, her mom did. There's no reason for it, we just do it. So this is going to be 1/4 of a cup. For the record, we already had dessert this evening.
And it was really good.
It was really good. See how the texture of this is like, not like honey? The recipe we're using specifies raw honey, so I don't know if that makes a difference for the ice cream. I found it on Amazon, like where I buy everything. Health food items are just hard to find. Do you agree?
Especially where we live, yeah. I mean, if you lived in the city, we're out in Beaufort, South Carolina, population 10,000. There's just no health food stores.
Like, would you agree that when you're eating a paleo-based diet, it just calls for weird ingredients?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, to get around using wheat, you have to use a lot of different types of flour. Almond flour, coconut flour, tapioca flour. Good. Those are really common.
For what?
I won't get a new spoon. It's just us. Do you mind?
No. Let's go ahead and mix up the almond butter before we measure out 1/4 of a cup. I don't know why we're holding it high.
I was on my tippy toes to see.
Hashtag short girl problem.
You probably can't have too much of this, right? In the ice cream?
I don't think it's a very exact.
I'm gonna call it a heaping 1/4 of a cup.
Get me out of here!
Much easier. Okay.
What's next, Buttercup?
2 tablespoons of unsweetened cocoa powder. I just don't feel like that's enough. Do you?
I have no idea.
I think I'll start there.
It's our first ever time doing it. You should probably follow the recipe.
Maybe we'll do that, start there, blend it up, and see. I think I can tell by the color if it's going to be chocolatey enough. I just don't think it can be too chocolatey.
Right.
There's 1. That's 2. Again, Amazon. You buy a gigantic bag for like $12 and then it lasts you forever.
Unless you make ice cream every night.
All right, dear, what's next?
1 tablespoon of vanilla.
That is not tablespoon.
Teaspoon.
Big difference.
It is a big difference.
I know.
Okay, and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon.
Boom.
Should we get this blended up?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. All right, so it's pretty runny.
Magical.
It is runny.
Why is it so runny? Do you think we need more cocoa? I guess we'll do it by the book this time.
Yeah. I think we should actually follow the recipe. That way,
If it's not good.
yeah, it's not good.
Mix in a blender for about 1 minute.
Got it.
Okay, and then pour into an electric ice cream maker.
Okay.
Takes about 20 to 25 minutes to churn before it's ready to eat or freeze for later, and it makes about a pint.
Cool.
Recipe can be easily doubled. Thought about it?
Now we have some paleo ice cream in the making. That means what, honey? What's paleo exactly?
No gluten, no dairy, no refined sugar. If anyone does like Whole30, it's basically the same thing as eating a strict paleo diet.
See you in 30 minutes. All right, we're finished. Let's open this bad boy up.
Wow. That looks really good.
Here, you do the honors.
I am eating for 3.
Hopefully.
Not a fan?
It's good. I don't know how to describe it.
I mean, it's just kind of plain.
I knew it needed more cocoa.
Yeah, we definitely need to put chocolate chips.
Yeah, let's put chocolate chips in it. Okay. Oh my god, his leg fell off.
Do we have a bigger bag of chocolate chips? I think I'm gonna do some walnuts.
So here it is.
I'd probably give it a 4 out of 10.
Whoa!
What would you give it?
Like a 6? Wow.
5.
Yee. Rusty just farted.
Rachel just showed me a picture from across the room.
Well, we have a little bit of a discrepancy in our feelings about testing early. Our beta blood test is Monday, and today we're 4 days post a 6-day embryo transfer, which means we're the equivalent of 10 days post ovulation in the real trying to conceive world, which is when the real likelihood of seeing a positive pregnancy test starts showing up. So I feel like we could start testing any day. And I was telling Brad, there's girls that start testing like one day after and test every single day until they start getting a positive. And we haven't done that. I feel like we've been good not to. But our original plan was to test Sunday. And then I talked him into testing Friday. And then now I want to test sooner than that. But I have like reasons to back it up. I'm on my IVF support group. And this girl tested on 5 days post a 5-day transfer. We're 4 days post a 6-day transfer. So it's possible that we could get that strong of a positive today.
So I guess the reason why I don't want her to test is because the chance of it possibly being negative, and I just don't really want to deal with that right now.
You don't want to deal with me right now? With me having a negative pregnancy test, or you don't want to deal with seeing a negative test?
So, well, both. But the thing is, I mean, it's possible that it just is too early.
Exactly.
Right. So I feel like you're going to be extremely disappointed if it's not positive.
I don't think
right
I will
now.
be.
Yeah, you will be.
I don't
You'll
think
be
I-
crying and
I
you'll
will
probably
be.
lock yourself in the
No.
bathroom.
No. If it was like the day before our beta, maybe.
Right. So then what's even the point of testing right now?
So we could know sooner.
Why?
We had this conversation so many times in the past year and some change that we've been trying to have a baby. Like it would get within the few days before my period was due, and I would start testing or want to start testing, and you would try to talk me out of it, and we would have the exact same conversation that we're having right now.
Right.
The benefit of testing early is that you know sooner, and you don't have to sit here and wonder. The drawback is that you may be testing too soon, and it's not going to show a positive, not necessarily because you're not pregnant, but
Right, and
because it's too early.
And you're going to be heartbroken if it's not positive.
So just based on like reading through studies, the average time it takes to implant an embryo to implant it happens usually between day 6 and day 12. Day 6 is extremely early for it to happen. Day 12 is extremely late, and those are like the outliers. Your HCG doubles every 24 or every 48 hours. So within 2 days of implantation, your body has made enough HCG for it to be picked up on a home pregnancy test, the sensitive ones that I have. So if we're going on the average day implantation occurs, that's day 9. That would have been yesterday. That's the most common day for implantation to occur. It could have happened as early as the day they put it in.
Right, I get the fact that it could be positive.
And we could know. We could be like excited right now instead of like going back and forth in my head on the fact that I feel absolutely nothing and so I'm not pregnant.
Well, you have to not pee for 4 hours, right, before you test.
Right. I'm not saying I'm going to go test today, but I'm saying maybe we could do it sooner than Friday.
So like tomorrow?
Maybe like tomorrow.
Are you going to pee on a stick the first thing when you get up tomorrow morning?
No, I would do it in the afternoon when we're together.
She's going to do it tomorrow morning.
No, I'm not.
We're going to be together tomorrow morning.
Let's do it tomorrow afternoon.
Maybe.